What if I told you that something you stopped doing, maybe weeks ago, maybe months ago, is quietly changing your brain right now? Not in some vague emotional way. I mean literally rewiring it, slowing it down. And most people have absolutely no idea this is even happening to them. Stay with me, because what you're about to hear will genuinely change the way you think about your own mind. Hey, welcome back. And if you're new here, trust me, you picked the right video to stumble onto today. Now, before anyone clicks away, this isn't clickbait. This isn't about relationships or drama. This is pure science. Cold, fascinating, slightly uncomfortable science. And by the end of this video, you're going to understand your own brain in a way that most doctors never even explain to you. So let's get into it. Your brain is one of the most complex things in the known universe. It runs on chemicals. Dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, norepinephrine. These are the molecules that control how you feel, how sharp you think, how deeply you connect with other people. And here's the thing nobody talks about. Sex is one of the most powerful triggers for all of these chemicals at once. All of them, simultaneously, like pressing every button on a control panel at the same time. So what happens when that stops? Let's start with dopamine. You've probably heard of it. It's your brain's reward chemical, the thing that makes you feel motivated, excited, alive. During sex, your brain floods with dopamine. It's the same chemical surge that happens when you eat something delicious, when you achieve a goal, when something genuinely thrilling happens in your life. It's powerful, it's real, and when you stop having sex regularly, that dopamine boost disappears. Your brain's reward system gets quieter. And when your reward system gets quiet, life slowly starts feeling a little flat, a little gray. You might not even notice it at first, but it's happening. But wait till you hear this part, because this is where it gets really interesting. Researchers have found that sex actually helps your brain grow new neurons. Yes, you heard that right. New brain cells. A study published in the scientific journal Hippocampus found that sexual activity boosted neuron generation in the areas of the brain directly connected to memory and thinking. And when sexual activity was withdrawn, that cognitive boost started to decrease. Your brain, quite literally, starts forgetting faster. Think about that for a second. Your memory, your sharpness, your ability to recall things clearly, all of it is connected, in a very real and measurable way, to your sex life. Scientists tracked over 6,000 adults aged 50 and above and discovered that those who had sex more frequently performed significantly better on long-term memory tests 2 years later compared to those who didn't. Penn State researchers put it plainly, improvements in sexual satisfaction may actually spark improvement in memory function. Now let's talk about something that almost nobody discusses, the 48-hour afterglow. Here's something that will blow your mind. After sex, your brain doesn't just go back to normal immediately. It stays in a kind of elevated, bonded, connected state for approximately 48 hours. Scientists actually call it the chemical afterglow. During this window, your brain is releasing bonding hormones that make you feel closer to your partner, more trusting, more emotionally secure. Research shows that couples who have sex at least once a week consistently report higher relationship satisfaction than those who don't. But here's the fascinating part. Having sex more than once a week doesn't increase happiness levels beyond that point. There's a threshold. Once a week seems to be the sweet spot that keeps the brain's bonding chemistry active and healthy. When sex stops, that 48-hour afterglow disappears. And slowly, without either person fully realizing it, emotional distance begins to grow. Not because of arguments or problems, simply because of chemistry. Because the brain is no longer getting the neurochemical glue that holds two people together. And this is where it starts to feel a little emotional, doesn't it? Because so many people are out there wondering why they feel distant from their partner, why conversations feel hollow, why they feel a kind of loneliness, even while sitting right next to someone they love. And the answer might not be complicated. It might be written right inside their brain chemistry. Now let's talk about stress and anxiety, because this is where things get dark for a lot of people. Sex has a measurable effect on how your body handles stress. During and after sex, your body reduces the amount of stress hormones it releases. Your blood pressure drops. Your nervous system calms down. You sleep better because sex triggers the release of prolactin and oxytocin, hormones that promote deep, restful sleep. Women also get an estrogen boost afterward that enhances sleep quality even further. When sex stops, all of that goes away. Your stress hormones go unchecked. Your sleep quality can drop. Your anxiety levels can creep upward. And the brutal irony is, when you're stressed and anxious and not sleeping well, the last thing you feel like doing is being intimate with anyone. So the cycle feeds itself. Stress reduces intimacy. Less intimacy increases stress, and your brain gets caught in a loop it doesn't know how to escape. But here's what nobody talks about: the power of choice. Research shows that when people choose to stop having sex, voluntarily, for whatever reason, their brain responds very differently than when sex stops against their will. When abstinence is chosen, people report feeling clear-headed and empowered. When it's involuntary, when someone wants intimacy but can't have it, that's when anxiety, insecurity, and emotional pain start to take over. Your brain doesn't judge you for not having sex, but it absolutely reacts to whether your needs are being met. And then there's something even more alarming that science has uncovered: the use it or lose it effect. Research suggests that men who have sex less than once a week are twice as likely to develop erectile dysfunction compared to those who have it weekly. Sexual activity keeps the physical and neurological pathways active and functioning. The same applies to women. Without regular intimacy, certain physical and neurological responses can begin to weaken over time. Your brain builds strong neural pathways around the behaviors you repeat. When those behaviors stop, the pathways weaken. The superhighway becomes a dirt road. Now here's the part that brought it all home for me, and I want you to really sit with this. Your brain is not judging you. It doesn't know about breakups or loneliness or being too busy or too tired. It only knows what chemicals it is or isn't receiving. And every single day that passes, it quietly adjusts itself to the reality you're giving it. Less dopamine, less oxytocin, fewer new neurons, slower memory, higher stress, a slightly quieter, slightly grayer version of the world. That's not a lecture. That's not shame. That is simply what the science says, and understanding it, really understanding it, gives you the power to do something about it. Because here's the good news, and I promised you there would be some. The brain is incredibly resilient. It can rebuild. It can rewire. The neural pathways don't disappear forever. They just go quiet, and they are absolutely capable of waking back up. Whether that means working on intimacy in a relationship, being honest with a partner about emotional distance, or simply understanding yourself better, knowledge is always the first step. Your brain is not broken. It is just waiting for the right signals. So if this video made you think, if it made you feel something, understand something, or even just see yourself a little more clearly, then do me one small favor right now. Hit that like button. It genuinely helps this channel reach more people who need to hear this kind of honest, science-backed information. Subscribe if you haven't already, because every single week we go deep into the topics that actually matter, the ones about your mind, your body, and the life you're really living. And drop a comment below. Tell me, did any part of this surprise you? What hit hardest? I read every single one, and I'd genuinely love to know. Take care of your brain. It is the only one you have. And it is working harder for you than you will ever fully realize. I'll see you in the next one.